Yolanda Vega, my life wouldn't be the same. She gave me the strength and courage to go to Washington, D.C. on February 11th at the Warner Theater and do stand-up comedy. I'll be at ChristyComedy.com, February 11th, Warner Theater, Washington, D.C. And then the very next night, February 12th, the Tabernacle, Atlanta, Georgia, for Homeless Pimp's birthday show, February 12th.
Beautiful. And I'm going to D.C. She gave me that strength, but she gave me the strength to go to D.C. on February 19th. And there I'm playing the Capital One Hall. The night before that, I'm in Albany playing the Egg on February 18th.
I mean, the Egg is the best.
And we sold out the first one, trying to sell out the second egg. Because who orders one egg? Nobody orders one egg.
You got to have eggs. You got to break a couple eggs to make an omelet. February 26th, I will be at the Borgata in Atlantic City. That show was rescheduled because of the snowstorm. March 4th, I will be in Royal Oak, Michigan at the Royal Oak Music Theater. And March 5th, Agora Theater, Cleveland, Ohio.
I just played the Agora. It was a hot show. I loved it. You're going to love it there.
Really?
You're playing the Royal Oak Theater when?
March 4th.
I'm playing it February 11th, unless it happened already. No, it's happening this coming week.
Yes.
February 11th at the Royal Oak, right outside Detroit. February 12th at Pittsburgh, at the friggin' I don't remember the music Carnegie of Homestead Music Hall.
Andrew Carnegie, Homestead Steakhouse.
There's second shows in all these places. That's what we're trying to sell out. Get there, SalVulcanoComedy.com.
Listen to this, babe. And then also we got a documentary coming out at YouTube.com/NoPresh, that Homeless Pimp film, the documentary of Taste Buds and Hey Babe behind the scenes stuff. It's going to be a
touring behind the scenes,
everything.
It's a fully real, like it's a 2-hour job.
Yeah. Also, like and subscribe
Pimp.
to our YouTube page. Okay, you need to like and subscribe. Tell
Spotify,
friends,
iTunes. Leave us a rating. Give us a follow.
Beat the shit out of you.
Yeah, it means
what it's gotten down.
We never ask for anything, but it means a lot.
Ask if you want to get the absolute shit kicked out of you.
Yeah.
If you do, then you won't like and subscribe to the podcast.
Correct.
If you don't, then like and subscribe.
Me and Chris are at the Ryman March 11th.
Don't be a fake, don't be a flake, don't run away from your feelings, babe. Don't be afraid, don't be ashamed, don't hesitate to say, hey, babe.
Where would I be without you? Where would I be without my hey, babe? The thought alone might break me, and I don't want to go crazy, but every thug needs a hey, babe. Yeah. What's up, babe? How you doing, bub? I'm doing all right.
Good. Yeah, man. What do you think of a guy with an eye patch? Does that scare you more than a guy with cauliflower ear? Who scares you more, eye patch guy or cauliflower ear?
Cauliflower ear guy. I'll tell you why. That's it's a telltale sign of that you're a professional fighter, or you taken repeated beatings. You don't get cauliflower ear because you were in a few scraps in the alleyway, after school after 3 o'clock.
Yeah, but if you have an eye patch,
that could be an accident.
But
look at the guy. Look at the senator or whatever. The guy with the eye patch. Oh well, he was in the war. But but I can get poked in the eye and wear an eye patch.
Right.
I'm not going to get cauliflower ear. I will not let myself get hit that.
What about
much.
this?
I will run.
You ready for this?
Yeah.
Who would you rather fight? You have to fight one of them. Guy with cauliflower ear or a guy with rabies? Who do you fight? Cauliflower ear and sober, full on rabies.
I fight the guy with rabies. I'll tell you why.
Okay.
1, he's got to break skin. 2, there's a tetanus shot. I don't know if I walk away from the guy who has cauliflower ear. I think before I'm done, he's got me in a rear naked choke.
One more question.
Please.
Would you rather fight a guy with cauliflower ear or an animal with rabies?
Oh.
See?
I still go animal.
Interesting.
Let a raccoon bite me. I'll just run to Cedar Sinai.
So the cauliflower ear guy scares you more than anybody.
Yeah, it does.
Interesting. One more.
Please.
What about a cauliflower ear woman? Fighting her?
I'm not fighting her.
You're not fighting her?
I'm not fighting her either.
Interesting.
No, because what am I going to do? There's no win there for me.
Yeah.
I beat her. I beat up a woman. She beats me. A woman beat me up. There's no win.
You just walk away.
There's no win. I'll tell you, I'll engage with a cauliflower pizza. Ever have one? Delicious.
I like cauliflower pizza better than regular pizza.
How did cauliflower invade and become different forms? All of a sudden, I'll be eating anything. They'll be like, "You like that? It's made of cauliflower." I'm like, "How? How is it made of cauliflower?"
Well, I don't understand how vegan restaurants, how they're like, "It's the Philly cheesesteak." I'm like, "Yeah, but how?" They're like, "Oh, it's seitan." I'm like, "What?"
Yeah,
seitan. I didn't know.
It's not a Philly cheesesteak. It's their best attempt at flavors that can come close to a Philly cheesesteak.
But some of it actually tastes like a Philly cheesesteak.
Really?
Yeah, there's a vegan restaurant down in the city on Avenue A in Manhattan that it's a vegan place. They have Philly cheesesteaks. You would never know the diff. I mean, you would know the diff, but
I like that because would you ever consider going vegan and see what it does to you?
yeah, well, I'm not drinking till my birthday. Maybe I'll go vegan till July 4th.
Going vegan I think going vegan is harder than you think. Like the second you leave here, when you're about to eat, you got to educate yourself on what is vegan, and then you also don't have access to all vegan all the time. So I think you have to like learn it. That it's a learned lifestyle.
Like I'm gonna have stuffed peppers for dinner tonight, but if I just don't put the meat in, it's vegan.
I guess.
But now, if I put cheese,
But now what are you gonna do? You can't.
well, you could put nutritional yeast.
That's nice. Make yourself some peppers with nutritional yeast.
Yeah.
And until July 4th. And then
With
but
seitan.
you're not just gonna eat peppers and nutritional yeast for dinner. Right?
I mean, Pimp doesn't. Pimp's vegan
Are you vegan?
for the most part,
No.
except beer and
He
chicken.
just had chicken.
Yeah, but that's the only thing.
Yeah?
The rest of it's just a bunch of vegetables.
I always feel like I don't know.
Chicken's starting to disgust me.
I know.
Chicken's trying to like
I know,
now the way
especially
they
on the bone.
like poultry chicken starting to make it's starting to feel like gross to me.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. My head is turning on chicken. Now I'm like, I don't want to eat a bird. Like cow
It's
isn't
getting-
as nasty as chicken because you see how inhumanely they're treated. I'm like, it's gross.
It's gross.
I don't want to eat that.
And I also often feel now chickens. I get in my head when I eat chicken.
It's gummy.
It's gummy.
Yeah.
It's chewy. It's stringy. Sometimes it's pink or it has like a little red streak in it.
Yeah.
And they're always like, no, that's just a. I'm like, I don't know about that.
Yeah, I don't like it. You know what I had to? I'm huge on fish. I know that you watch a show like Seaspiracy and they say fish has plastics and blah blah blah. It doesn't bother me. Fish. I could eat a fish alive. I'll eat goldfish right out of the bowl.
No.
It doesn't. I don't believe. I'm going to say this right now, and you can clip this. I don't think fish have feelings. I don't care about fish. They're for human consumption only. I'll eat the shit out of a fish.
I can't agree with you. Who says they don't feel pain? Who says that they don't remember after 3 seconds? How do we know that? How do we know that?
Because you know what I think it is with the fish? Here's what I'll say with the fish. Is because they're not even like they can live underwater. I have nothing in common with them.
Yeah.
I can't even hold my breath for 10 seconds.
Yeah, but that's not. Think about that as that statement even more broad. I don't know those people. They don't live near me. I have nothing in common with them.
How do you know? How do you know cauliflower doesn't feel pain after 3 seconds? How do you know?
It doesn't have a central nervous system.
So maybe they're so advanced that they could still feel pain without a central nervous system. You've never been able to talk to a cauliflower.
I look real good today.
Hey,
I don't
I
think
look real
so good
good
today.
today.
I don't know. I don't know. But I feel really bad for fish. I mean, I eat them. I eat everything. You know,
Yeah.
I was a vegetarian for 7 years. We talked about that. But
The fact that you did that is just, it really is. When you said that to us, me and Pim still sometimes talk about it when he's sleeping over my house.
oh
Did
yeah,
we never film the fish funeral?
No, he's in my freezer right now.
Is he still back in there?
He's in there.
Aw.
Yeah. But okay, so let's get into
I'm
this.
sorry. I take back what I said about fish. I was just trying to be dramatic.
Yeah.
Because we're
Well,
doing
think about
entertainers. I don't hate fish, but I do. I will eat them more than any other animal.
Did you ever cook a lobster and I feel bad? You just drop it in the pot,
Yeah.
or some people take that like the metal thing and just stick it right through them, and they like screech, but apparently it's just air.
Yeah,
It's terrible. It's terrible.
Is there something? Why can't they just kill the lobster first? Like, why do you have to put it in the pot alive?
Unclear.
Does anybody know?
I heard about something about freshness, but can't you just like
Can't you just hit it over the head with a mallet? Real
right,
quick?
right.
Can't you just inject it with whatever they kill prisoners
Yeah,
with?
really.
Just give it the electric chair. We cook lobsters alive to minimize getting sick from them. What? The flesh of lobsters, crabs, and other shellfish is full of bacteria that can be harmful to humans if ingested. Cooking shellfish alive reduces the chances of vibriosis, causing bacteria ending up on your plate. What?
Well, then they got to be cooked alive. I don't know what to tell you. Lobsters and other shellfish have harmful bacteria naturally present in their flesh. Once a lobster is dead, the bacteria can rapidly multiply and release toxins that may not be destroyed via cooking. You therefore minimize the chance of food poisoning by cooking the lobster alive. So what about when you buy frozen foods? Frozen lobster, frozen shrimp, and all that shit.
But it's dead already.
Right, that's what I'm saying. But they kill it and then they freeze it, or do they just freeze it alive? Do they freeze it alive?
Can you eat frozen lobster?
What do you mean, like
When you go
like
get a
popsicle?
lobster from a store, I'm saying you go get a lobster from the fish market, they give you a live lobster, they give you a dead lobster.
Well, usually they give you it's a live lobster. You get it out of the tank.
Have you ever cooked lobster at home?
I have been amongst people cooking in the house.
And they brought live lobsters into the house.
Live.
And they throw it right into the pot.
Yeah. Actually did it this year. Casey Jost cooked them.
And you just fill up a pot with
His
water.
wife or somebody threw it in. I had reservation. We went to the store and we bought them.
Right.
And then we went back and they were on the table just
So
hanging
you
out.
brought it home. It was rolling around. I had no idea what was going on.
Yeah.
You thought it was going for a ride. Maybe got a new owner. And then you boiled it alive.
Yeah. I know. It feels bad. I feel bad.
And anybody that says Sal Vulcano is a good person, you're wrong.
I love Chris thinks the lobsters believe they're being adopted.
The lobster's like, finally, I got to know. He's saying goodbye to all its lobster friends. And then,
I've been chosen.
same thing with crabs. You got to throw a crab right in the pot alive.
I think crab's going alive too. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, but it's interesting why it only happens with lobsters and shellfish. They release the bacteria like you don't have to kill anything else alive and eat it right away.
Yeah.
It's strange. Maybe that's why too. You know, like unfortunately, like in some countries they eat dog. They say they burn them alive. They burn them to death alive because there's more flavor in the meat. You can't do it. But what's the difference between that and a lobster, really?
I know that.
Lobster has a central nervous system and a brain.
I know. We've only domesticated them, and so we feel like that's okay.
Right, but if we domesticated cows,
Right.
you know what I mean? Like I watched a documentary once that said the beef and dairy industry picked the animals that we eat. It's cheaper and more cost friendly for cows to drink their milk and eat their meat. If it was more cost friendly to eat lamb meat and drink lamb milk, we would do that. But it's
Really?
not. So it's like or horses. You look at a horse, you're
And
like, I
we
would
just
never eat a
get
horse.
trained to like
You just
it.
get trained to like in what way, shape, or form would the great creators, whoever created us, why would we drink cow's milk?
Right.
It has nothing to do with our body at all.
Right.
But we've just been screwed into our head. You need cow's calcium milk, but
Yeah.
it's just because it's cost friendly. If it was friendly to drink some other type of animal milk, then we'd say then
We'd be like, move, bitch. Get out the way.
Yes, exactly. Drink pig milk.
Yeah. It was chewy. It's chewy and fatty. What is this? Oh, what a dog meat. It's chewy and fatty with strong animal taste like squab or venison.
What's squab?
I don't know. But not as
Hi, I'm Brendan
succulent.
Squab.
The minced galangal and subtle charcoal flavor were pleasant enough, and the meat itself was reminiscent of beef. If you close your eyes, you didn't think about it too much.
Yeah, that's what you want in a meal. Just close your eyes and make believe it's something
yeah,
else.
yeah.
Dog, that's disgusting.
But they're
dog.
intelligent beings, though.
Veal is another thing that's horrible. That's baby
I don't eat
cow.
veal. I
can't eat veal. Like anytime I see people,
I've
eat
never
veal,
eaten
like,
it.
it's a baby cow. I can't do this.
Yeah, I've never
And
eaten
they,
it.
allegedly, they say baby cows they never let their feet, real veal, their feet never hit the floor. That's what they say.
What's the food where they put the tube down the like duck's throat and then just fill it with fat until it dies? Oh, foie gras, right?
Foie gras is another horrible thing. Yeah, Google foie gras, spelled F-A. No, here, ready for
Isn't
this?
it
No,
foie
let me
gras?
close my eyes. F-O-I-E-G-R-A-S. Foie gras. F-O-I-E-G-R-A-S. Let's see how close I
That's
came.
right.
Wow, did I nail it?
Yeah.
There you go. I had my eyes
Foie
closed.
gras. I thought it was. I thought it was.
Yeah.
I thought it was frog's legs.
No, specialty food made of the liver of a duck or a goose.
Yeah.
Foie gras is defined as the liver of a duck or a goose fattened by gavage, force feeding. Yeah,
I've had foie gras, ravioli
Did you?
at
Was it very
was
tasty?
at Scarpetta, I believe it was, or something like that.
Was it very good?
It was very good.
Did
But
you know you were eating fat, a duck that got real fat?
I only knew
I feel like foie gras right now.
it was in the ravioli, and it was very, very tasty. I didn't eat it just like that though.
You could put anything in the ravioli.
Oh
and eat it.
no!
Yeah, that's what they do. And then does it die from getting filled up with fat?
Yeah, it dies from being like drowning in fat.
No!
Very nice.
Oh my god! I had no idea. That's the first and last time I'll eat that. Oh, that's terrible. Oh my god, it's terrible.
Yeah, they
You're
killed it.
force feeding it corn.
Oh my god!
And then they take its liver out
That's the
immediately.
worst way to die. That's the worst
Getting
way to
filled
die.
up with
Why?
fat.
Why? Oh, that's horrific.
Yeah, I don't like that.
I hate corn. Do you like corn?
I don't eat corn. I don't. I eat corn. I don't like corn. And you know what I'm realizing I don't like anymore? Tomatoes.
Really?
Tomato sauce, but an actual tomato.
A tomato, like tomatoes could be shit.
A sliced tomato.
Yeah.
It's like, you know what? I don't like it.
Yeah.
I'm not into it. Tomato sauce, I can't do without. But that's disgusting. See, you don't know what you're really.
How are they
eating.
allowed to do that? How are they allowed to put a tube in a duck and just blow it up
When's
like
the
it's a
last time
balloon?
you heard of any rules in France? They don't live by the rules.
Really?
You could have an affair on your spouse. They don't care as long as you don't fall in love. You can openly have sex outside your marriage. You don't get in trouble.
Not
for that.
true. That's not their culture. Swear to God.
Google, are you allowed to cheat on your spouse in French law? You're just not allowed to fall in love, but they believe sex is a physical thing.
How could they put that into the
law? It's like
law?
doing CrossFit.
In French law?
Yeah.
How can they prove you fell in love with someone who just slept with them?
It's okay to publicly promote infidelity. It don't matter. You can go.
To publicly promote it, okay.
Can you cheat on your wife in France? Yeah. Have a very free mind and can consider it cheating is not a moral issue. Dating is different in France. There's not a protocol like there is in some other countries. Dating needs exclusivity. You don't go out with different men and women. So in other words, you could fall in love with a woman or a man, and then you're done. Then you're getting divorced. But if you just have sex with a man or a woman on a business trip or something like that, you just want to get funky out the Ramada, you don't get in trouble for that. It's like forgetting to take out the trash. Like, honey, come on.
Wow, but then vice versa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they don't view sex as like you can't fall in love. That's the cardinal sin. They're all about love.
This is crazy. I didn't know like you could actually face jail time for cheating on someone in the U.S.
Adultery isn't just a crime in the eyes of your spouse. In 21 states, cheating in a marriage is against the law, punishable by fine or even jail. States with anti-cheating laws generally define adultery as a married person having sexual intercourse with someone other than their spouse.
How could they put government into a relationship? That's insane.
This is a new thing with the government in the relationship. This 200 years ago. Oh, by the way, speaking of just I'm thinking about history. Have you ever seen the picture of Abraham Lincoln on his deathbed that is just coming to the surface now?
No.
Google Abraham Lincoln death photo. It's eerie. I watched the whole special on it called Lost Lincoln on Discovery Plus, which is going to be getting rid of a show called The Taste Buds very soon.
Right.
Discovery Plus.
Apparently, there's a show coming out called The Taste Buds about two buddies that talk about food.
Yep.
On the Discovery Channel, so we have to look into that.
Yeah, and if you need a good recommendation for a lawyer, I got one because I'm in 3 active lawsuits.
Oh my God, is that real?
Some people are saying, the internet's saying it's not, but they're saying that it is because if you look, if you make that one big, Pimp, if you can, see his right eye is bulging out, that's where he was shot. His eye is bulging out of his head. This is allegedly Lincoln, he died like minutes before this.
We could take photos of that then?
This guy did. And it was like
What year did he get
1865, April of 1860, or January of 1865, or April of 1865.
What year was the photograph invented?
Like 1860. I'm going to guess 1858 is when it was photographed, or maybe not. Cameras created in the 1800s. So yeah, so they're saying that picture, if you Google that, yes, that this was President Lincoln on his deathbed. Now, I don't know. To the naked eye, it looks like it could be him. Yeah, but I don't know.
In this day and age, with how do you prove anything? With deep fakes and all the photoshops. And
they're saying that in the documentary, The Lost Lincoln, they said that it was his because they were matching facial bones and scars that they did like deep, dives on the photo.
Can you make that bigger, Pimp? That is wild.
Pimp can make anything bigger.
Yeah. Wow, that's crazy, dude.
It's what it is. Yeah, The Lost Lincoln.
Where'd you watch that?
I watch on Discovery Plus.
Oh, that is.
But we're mad at them right now.
Eerie.
Yeah, it's eerie, right? Like it's just like that's what they're. But again, it doesn't look exactly like him.
Well,
but
we have the same beard.
I mean, I could go take this shot in Crown Heights any second of the day
and just make it look exactly like that. But they authenticated it, saying that it's actually from that time, and that they think that it's him. But I don't know.
So they took a photo of him right after he died.
Yes.
They couldn't even photograph him alive.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know like what the actual story is because
he's still in his clothes.
I had to make Delilah cereal and I missed some key parts. She just would not stop yelling at me to give her cereal and I just was like, fine. So yeah. But then they said that when he actually died, they stripped his body down nude and they wrapped it in an American flag. That's what they said.
All right.
I don't know. Would you guys want that to happen? Like if I came and found you dead, would you want me to strip you naked, wrap you in merch?
I want you to wrap me in a Hey Babe merch. Yeah. 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 No, it's interesting what they do. Like that, I get that, but like, you ever heard like Bin Laden? Like they buried him at sea, and it's a little like weird why they do that. Like, why did you have to throw him in the ocean? They buried him at sea. They just threw his body into the ocean. But it's like, wouldn't you like be parading, like, because now there's all this conspiracies. Like, did you really kill him? Why'd you throw his body in the middle of the ocean? It's weird, right?
Weird. Is anyone allowed to do that? Are you allowed to be like, I want to be buried at sea?
You're allowed to do that.
Right?
No. I think you should leave. I don't think you're allowed to do
What
that.
is that from?
Can you do that? The hot dogs sketch.
Yeah.
He goes, I don't think you can do that.
Hey, you were just yesterday. That's the one that I noticed. The one with the you gotta give.
Yeah.
Was it CalicoCutPants.com?
Calico.
Remember when he walks away from the desk, he goes, "Hey, you were just yesterday."
That I think you should leave sketch show on Netflix is
Funniest thing ever made.
Funniest thing.
The moment we've been waiting for since September. Okay, we've been all right. We're here. We're in Super Bowl season, baby.
We are.
We're in It's Super Bowl 56, and DraftKings Sportsbook has a special deal for our listeners, and it's pretty damn good. We mentioned it before. Might have mentioned it last week. They're giving new customers 56 because the Super Bowl 56.
Yes.
So one odds for either team. You bet $5 and you win. You get $280 in free bets.
And guess what? Now it's in New York. Live from New York, it's DraftKings Sportsbook.
That's right. And if it isn't in your state, you can still play DraftKings Daily Fantasy Football Contest for Super Bowl 56.
But we suggest if it isn't in your state to move to that state that has it.
That's correct.
That's what you need to do because if you're not living, what's the point of living in continental United States if your state doesn't have DraftKings? I mean, it's the best.
I downloaded DraftKings 2 football seasons ago, and every single Sunday I just make side bets because it makes my watching more fun. I don't bet a ton. I'm not a big gambler.
Yeah.
I put in initially like a couple of $100, and I'm still playing off that money 2 years later.
Listen, I love it so much, and I won't even take calls. I won't even talk to people. I'm more of a draft tyrant because I can't stop using this app. And guess what? If you bet just $5 and get $280 in free bets if your team wins, if you download the DraftKings Sportsbook app, use promo code HeyBabe and get 56-1 odds on either team. 56-1 odds. And if you bet just $5, you get $280 in free bets if your team wins. That's promo code HeyBabe at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of Super Bowl 56.
Now, bear with. I have some extra information to give you.
Yeah. 21 as fast as you can.
21 years old or older, minimum age and location requirements vary by jurisdiction. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for full list of requirements and state-specific and responsible gaming resources. Void where prohibited. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In Tennessee, or call or text TN Redline 1-800-889-9789. In Connecticut, call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org/chat. In New York, call 8778-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
22 seconds.
Rah.
This podcast is sponsored by
BetterHelp.
Listen, BetterHelp's going to assess your needs and match you with your own licensed professional therapist. You can start communicating in under 48 hours. There's a broad range of expertise available, which may not be locally available in many areas. The service is available for clients worldwide. Listen, we all have mental health issues these days. Go talk to somebody, okay? I've been talking to somebody from BetterHelp, and it's helped me freaking immensely, okay? You can log into your account at any time and send a message to your counselor. You'll get timely and thoughtful responses. Plus, you can schedule a weekly video or phone session with the counselor, and it's just the best thing to do. Do you ever go on BetterHelp?
I have. It's not a crisis line. It's not self-help. It's just professional counseling done securely. I wanted to see what it was all about when we first started with them, so I did. And I will tell you also, a lot of people don't know where to get help.
Yeah, they don't.
And it's just incidentally, if people are hearing this and they've been thinking about it, but they didn't know where to go or not go, give it a whirl. I mean, what can it hurt?
And all you got to do, and if you go to betterhelp.com/heybabe, that's betterhelp.com/heybabe, you're going to get 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/heybabe. That's a nice little discount. So I would do it. And they're recruiting additional counselors in all 50 states if you want to be on the helping side.
That's right.
There you go.
Wait, what was I about to say? You ever think about, so you could be like, bury me at sea, and then someone just got to throw you overboard?
That's a
and
good
then
question.
You drop to the bottom, and then what? Whoever eats you, eats you?
I guess. You're like a buried treasure. That's a good thing. Because I understand you could be, buried in a cemetery or cremated, but could I be requested to be buried at sea? I know you could be cremated and then have your ashes scattered over something.
Ashes you could drop anywhere, right?
Drop ashes. I could drop ashes right now.
Yeah, I'll drop ashes.
I'll drop ashes right now.
wait. So if I tie you, if you're dead and I wrap you in I put a weight on you, like a 200-pound weight, whatever it is, and I throw you over at the deepest part of the ocean, are you hitting the bottom of the ocean floor before you're torn to shreds?
Oh, yeah.
You are.
Who's going to tear me to shreds? Oh, like a shark or something?
No, I'm talking, down there where there's no light and no shit's are real weird down there?
Yeah.
At the bottom of you ever watch, what's his name, the docks? When they go like deep, like below the
submarines and stuff?
No, I mean the bottom of the deepest parts of the ocean where there's creatures we don't even know.
Yeah, there's no light.
There's no light whatsoever.
Yeah.
And they live down there. They showed like some pictures of them. They look like they look like the things nightmares are made of.
Yeah.
You think that because how far is the deepest part of the
I
ocean?
think the Marianas Trench, right, is like 2 miles.
2 miles.
Something
So
crazy.
we can't go down there because of the pressure.
The Mariana Trench, yeah.
Yeah.
So it is, how deep is it? 36,200 feet deep, so way more than 2 miles. That's like Mount
6
Everest.
miles. Oh yeah.
And you guys know who's leading the way on this, right? The guy who shot
Jeffrey
Titanic.
Epstein?
The
Oh,
guy from Titanic is like in that craft.
From Titanic.
The director.
James Cameron.
James Cameron.
He's the one that wants to be the first guy, because I don't think
He already
anyone's ever.
was.
He got down there
He
already.
shot a full documentary down there.
He went to the bottom.
He funded
deepest part?
He funded the production of the equipment that could bring you down there,
Okay.
and it started during Titanic, apparently.
So how many feet is in a how many feet in a mile?
It's like 5,239 or something, or 5,000 something. It's 6 miles. You were right.
Right.
5,280.
Okay. So it's like 7 miles.
7 miles.
Something
So,
like 6, 7 miles. So if I tie a weight on you, I drop you down there. Are you getting 7 miles down before like something comes and tears you to shreds?
yeah, I was going to say 7 miles is kind of long. Look at Mount Everest. You could put all of Mount Everest fully
Wow.
with room to spare.
Mad room.
With mad room, son.
So
The largest mountain in the world is underwater.
is it?
Yeah. I don't know what mountain it is, but it's the largest one is underwater. Largest mountain underwater. Yeah. Yeah. Mauna Kea. See? It's 2,000 meters bigger than Mount Everest.
Wow.
Yeah. But it's just a little part of it sticks up. Boop.
20,000 feet below the sea surface to the sea floor. That's friggin' wild, man.
Yeah,
You ever think about your wake and who'll be there and what will be said?
Yeah, I always think like when I if I died,
I wish I could see it.
like would I make the New York Post? You know what I mean? Would they write an article?
Right.
Would they say, or would you just be like,
Right.
like, what do you think? You'd be big news. Oh, you'd be huge news.
I think anyone like that's in the public that dies will probably register somewhere.
No, but I mean, you'd be like it'd be a big day
You think so?
if you went. I think so, right?
Yeah,
Him?
of course.
Like a huge
especially
day.
in New York. Yeah.
Yeah. You think like in other places they wouldn't care really? Like would they care in Sri Lanka? Are they go wild? Are they gonna
Maybe
have
in Sri Lanka. Maybe.
Sri Lanka? Yeah.
Yeah. A couple of days on Twitter trending, and that's about it.
That's it. No, but hey, listen.
But what happens at the services, though? Who shows up? Who comes out of the woodwork? Who speaks? What do they say about you? What do you look like? How you dressed?
What I would do. Well,
I'd love to see what DeRosa would post.
I would want to get buried in a baseball uniform.
Really?
Just dress me up like the New York Yankees pinstripes.
Just
I wanna
like,
get buried in
like the
pinstripes.
old one, like a Babe Ruth?
Yep.
Like the,
Yeah, something nice like that. What about you? What would you want to go in? Sweatshirt, hoodie, jeans.
Yeah.
I'd say hoodie, jeans.
I mean, throw me in there in pajamas, man.
Yeah.
I'm resting.
Yeah, right?
That's
My
it.
Ivan aunt.
Put me in a nice flannel 2-piece pocket on the front.
You want that? Do you want to get buried with anything? A phone, something? Laptop?
Yeah, probably.
One of is a figurine or something?
Throw me in there with the phone, God
Okay.
forbid. And then, I don't know, maybe some photos.
I want to get buried with like a nice pizza pie.
That's nice.
Put it in there,
Yeah.
Give me something.
Right.
I have an aunt who she tells. I think I might have said this on podcast before. She will bring it up like at least once a year. Say, hey, remember when I die, take my shoes off. If you bury me with my shoes on in the coffin, I'll haunt you. Like that, like out of nowhere, she'll be cutting like a piece.
What's her deal? Why does she think that?
She's always had pain in her feet. She's always had messed up feet. So she said she tasked me with this when I was about 10 years old, that I must remember to take her shoes off.
Are you going to do it for real?
If I die first, yeah. If I die second,
Yeah.
she dies first.
You're
yeah.
really going to do it?
I will not forget to do that.
Yeah,
It's been ingrained in my head.
But did she let anyone else in the family know? Because then you're going to look like a psychopath taking her shoes off.
Yeah.
And everyone's going to be like, leave her alone. And
She
you're like,
told me-
she needed this.
it's
They're gonna think
mine
you're
and
crazy.
hers little thing.
Okay.
Do you guys have any requests for yours?
I think I want a party, man.
Yeah,
Party.
yeah.
Can I sell ads?
Celebrate me.
That'd be
Pam,
sick.
I swear to God, you own the documentary rights of the funeral.
You open up the casket, it's just Manscaped.
I'm gonna force the priest to do. I'm gonna force the priest to do HelloFresh. Yeah.
This guy Jesus Diaz Bito, he got buried sitting up like in his he's dead. Yeah, that's his funeral.
That person is
This
dead
one
in
made
that,
the
in that
news,
photo.
yeah.
He's dead.
Yeah, he's dead.
In that photo, he's dead.
He wanted this on purpose.
This is a list of people who are dead outside the coffin at their own
The
funeral.
13 strangest funerals where the corpses attended their own ceremony, not in a coffin.
Yeah, he sat up with this.
No.
Yep. Yeah, he's dead.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
This old black woman she has a cigarette in her dead hands.
Yes.
And she's holding a glass.
She's drinking a Bush beer.
A Bush beer in a wine glass.
Yeah.
May Burbank, who died of cancer in early June 2014, pictured seated at a table at the Charbonnet Funeral Home in New Orleans. Wow, she looks like a wax. What do you call it, Madame Tussauds?
Madame Tussauds.
This is the way to do it. We'll bring the couch and the signage.
Oh, that's funny.
If we die together, we could just have. If we die together, we'll just sit on the couch, just in the middle of a pod. All right, who's next? There you go.
Oh, man.
Lionel Batiste.
Oh, he's there
It's
too.
a big thing in New Orleans.
Yeah,
it seems
it's at
like.
the same funeral home.
Charbonnet
Wow.
did not want people looking down at him.
Wow.
Let's see, Mickey Easterling, another New Orleans.
What is she doing?
What's going on in New Orleans?
I don't know. They believe in all that stuff, like that spiritual voodoo stuff.
Interesting. Billy Sandley, no picture. Willie Stokes is hilarious.
Oh,
He's been shot,
my God.
shot and killed on the steps of a motel.
No.
They propped him up in a driver's seat in
All
his
right.
car. Coffin looked like a Cadillac.
they made the coffin. They made the coffin into a Cadillac. They cut off the back piece so he could sit up in it like a car. They put on a steering wheel, which, by the way, they could have done a better job with that steering wheel.
Yeah.
And then they put wheels on the bottom of it. This is a dead man driving a Cadillac coffin.
Yes.
How does he go in the ground?
Dude, I don't know.
His own mini Cadillac Seville?
$1,000 bills.
No. Dressed for the occasion in a flaming red suit, he had several $1,000 bills sticking from his fingers.
I love him.
Wow, what a waste of money.
Angel Pantoja Medina.
Oh, is this real? Are we
No,
getting
this is real
bullshit
shit.
here?
No, this is real
Is this
shit.
like a fake tabloid, like the alien tabloids?
Okay, in
This is
Puerto
a dude
Rico.
standing up.
Okay, Angel Pantoja Medina was shot dead in 2008 and thrown over a bridge in his underwear. Is now forever remembered as El Muerto Pareo, or Dead Man Standing.
His corpse was leaning against a wall, dressed as a rapper and wearing his favorite New York Yankees cap. He's wearing sunglasses. He's got chains on. His aunt said all sorts came to see him. Lawyers, judges, everyone was saying things like, "For my wake, I want to be in my recliner with a cup of coffee."
He's standing in the corner like it's a prank.
He's literally propped up like he's like one of those knights in armor. ExpressVPN, do you use it?
I do use it.
I use it as well.
It keeps me in it's like I go incognito because
Yeah.
you don't want anybody knowing what you.
They don't get your IP address.
No, I don't want you to.
It's a safer way to surf online.
I used to let people have my IP address, but now I respect myself. I don't let nobody has my IP address because I respect who I am as a person. I've matured.
I bought a year subscription. I have it on my laptop and my phone.
To ExpressVPN.
Yes, I do.
Yes,
100%.
Pimp has it too. Every time you connect to ExpressVPN, you get a random IP address shared by many other ExpressVPN customers. That makes it harder and harder for people to steal your stuff. So,
But you said you go into incognito mode. This is even more than that, actually.
Even crazier
It
than
turns out that even in incognito mode in real life, your online activity still gets tracked, and data brokers still get to use and buy and sell your data, right?
that's what it is.
One of
Okay.
these data points is your IP address. Data harvesters use your IP to uniquely identify you and your location.
Yeah.
But with ExpressVPN, your connection gets rerouted through an encrypted server, and your IP address is masked.
I even got ExpressVPN on my smart TV. That's how crazy I got with it. So, and I love it. So if you really want to go to incognito and protect your privacy, secure yourself with the #1 rated VPN, visit expressvpn.com/heybabe and get 3 extra months for free. That's expressvpn.com/heybabe, expressvpn.com/heybabe.
Let's talk about Beam, okay? Beam Organics, babe. I got my first Beam about 6 months ago, and I was having a little trouble sleeping.
Right.
Okay, I would toss and turn. The worst thing in the world is when you go and like you're laying down, you know you have to get up the next day, and like halfway through the night, you're like, shit, I'm not falling asleep. I'm not falling asleep, and then the next day is completely shot. That happened to me for a string of days in a couple of weeks, and I was desperately looking for a way to sleep better. Just so happens they became a sponsor. I got a sample, which by the way, I've re-upped twice already on my own.
Interesting.
And I got their cocoa, their like hot cocoa powder, and healthy hot cocoa, okay? Dream powder. Let me tell you right now, dude, it is, I told you this before, it tastes delicious, and it's like a soothing cup of cocoa before you go to bed, and I sleep through the night like nobody's biz.
Banged out.
I mean, beautiful night's sleep, like
Right.
dreams, like REM. Like that's me
Wow.
in the corner. That's me in the spotlight losing my religion, REM.
There it is.
Yeah.
So it's really that good because like we said, we talked about it. They sent it to you. They didn't send it to me, but all I've heard from you is that it's like the best thing ever.
Yeah, people need to know too. Like, if you don't know this, some people think it's like they confuse CBD and THC, but there's no THC in this. Like when I first started doing it, like I was like, will I get high from this? That's not what CBD is whatsoever. There's no THC in it. Contains natural sleep promoting ingredients. It's triple lab tested. I didn't wake up feeling groggy or anything like that. I just
Right.
had a really good night's sleep. Here's why it works. Our bodies have an endocannabinoid system, or a highway of communication between the brain and the body specifically designed to work with cannabinoids, which is why CBD, cannabinoids, have taken over the wellness world recently.
Got it.
So find out why Forbes and New York Times are all talking about Beam, and it's why it's trusted by the world's top athletes like Danica Patrick and Baker Mayfield.
Big.
Well, look at that.
Look at that.
For a limited time, get $20 off $75 or more when you go to beamorganics.com/heybabe and use code HeyBabe at checkout. Okay? That's BEAM organics.com/heybabe and use code HeyBabe for $20 off. Make 2022 the year of you with Beam.
David Morales.
Oh my God. Oh shit.
David Morales he's buried on a motorcycle.
Doing what he loves best. He's embalmed sitting on his beloved motorcycle, but he's in the racing position.
Yeah.
He is crouched down, revving, and his head is. That actually looks real.
Yeah, that looks like
How do they get him to stay like that?
they must have him glued, super glued to the seat. I don't know.
Is that not weird though? Oh my God.
Oh
Come
my
on.
God. There's
Come
a
on.
paramedic. Wait, what's his name? Paramedic
Edgardo
Velasquez
Velasquez.
bombed in his ambulance uniform in the ambulance.
He's sitting in the ambulance. Let me ask you a question. Go scroll up to the guy with the thing. Is that for life? Is he embalmed for life? So
Yeah.
he's going to be like basically like a piece of like when you have a moose's head on the wall. What's it called?
Taxidermy.
Taxidermy.
Yeah.
He's basically like a piece of taxidermy. Like if that was my loved one, like his aunt or his wife or whatever, she props him up in the living room, and then he just stays there in that form forever.
Well, no, I think they probably bury him.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, because once you embalm someone, embalming cannot completely halt the natural process of decomposition. In fact, it's against federal law to suggest that embalming can completely stop decomposition. So you're committing a crime if you even suggest it. Embalming is one method funeral directors have to ensure that human remains are able to be interacted with by the public.
You know, I think maybe embalming could prevent decomposition. Maybe.
Well,
I mean, did I just?
I was going to say,
say
it again and I'll call the police.
You're gonna make a citizen's arrest?
I'll make a citizen's arrest right now.
Like, I just don't understand. Like, after like a couple of so they don't stay long.
No, I think just for the funeral.
But then you're gonna buy that motorcycle, put him on the motorcycle just for a couple hours?
I think maybe it was his motorcycle.
Okay.
I mean, yeah.
This guy is dressed in full boxing gear.
Yeah, Christopher Rivera Amora. Standing in the ring, gloves on and head bowed, Amora could have been preparing for the fight of his life if he wasn't dead.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, interesting. Well, that's pretty. Now it's got me thinking. Like, what do you want to do, Pimp? How do you want to die?
I don't know. How do I want to die? I don't know.
How do you want to be buried? Is what I meant to say. Sorry.
Definitely have it be a party and no ceremony. It's
you wanna
so boring.
Do you want to get buried with your equipment, with your sound equipment?
Nah, you can give it to Delilah.
Let her film your funeral.
I want her to start her own podcast, torture you.
Yeah. Oh God, she's gonna blow past me.
Who do you think?
Wait, have you guys made your wills?
I just did for the first time in my
wow,
life.
really?
Yeah.
I did. Yeah. When you have kids, you have to.
When was your first one? Oh, when you first
I had to. Yeah, but I have to. It is weird though to even think about and talk about, but I have to.
It's also weird because it's like so many permutations. So it's like, all right, I want to leave something for these people, this, and then there's all these things like, all right, what if you die? Especially if you have like a spouse, it gets tricky because like if that person dies before that person, it's just very, very weird. There's all these rules. It was for me. It was like yours might have been pretty straightforward. I leave everything to my daughter.
Yeah, well now 2 daughters now, so I
Right.
have to like go back in and
Yeah, that's how they get you.
That's how they get
Extra fees.
extra fees. And you know what's crazy is when you make a will and to get life insurance, you have to like get like tested, like blood work, blood pressure, blah blah blah. My guy who put it together for me was like, you'll get the max, whatever it is, like you'll get the top level one because you're young, healthy, whatever. He calls me, he goes, hey, after the blood work and the blood pressure, you're not gonna get the top level one,
Right.
But you're gonna get pretty close. Did
Right.
you get that too? You didn't get the top one?
I don't think I did. No.
Yeah, it's like
That's- I don't get that. So they pretty much are like evaluating you.
They're
as-
like, you're based off our calculations, you're probably not going to live to like.
That's great. So you're an NFT to them.
They're like, you're a wild card. We don't know when you're going to die.
The original boring ape.
Yeah. That's what they said.
Remember when people used to call you that?
The boring.
Now, how do you evaluate what you even leave to people? I don't even know how I could.
It's just weird. I just look at everything I have, and it's like playing with Monopoly. It's just like, all right, this person, this
I'm
person.
like, I have a trust account that like, and life insurance that if I die before a certain time with certain circumstances, then the trust just goes all to my daughter when she's 18, and before that, it's run by like a firm, like a law firm.
You don't go into cars or property.
I didn't.
You do your possessions. Anything notable? Like I had to like actually like say like note things that were worth like art or my sneakers or something like that. They have a value. So I could, if you don't put them to someone, you just put them to one person, or you can like say this person gets that. I didn't really drill down like that.
Really, even with OCD, it doesn't become like a.
It was hard for me. I started getting into percentages and what percentages mean, and like how much I was leaving people with percentages, then tweaking the percentages.
It's a tough I wanted to get it over with soon because like you don't want to
It's a weird
think about
conversation.
your mortality. So like I just wanted to do it quick. I was like, whatever. Just
Wow.
just give it to somebody.
That's so weird.
Like you want to like be done with it. But it is weird.
You got to
It's
go
like,
back in every time something changes too.
It's
you
an
know?
investment though. Like life
Yeah.
insurance is like a thing. Like if you can afford it, like you should have. Just because if anything happens, at least you know like your loved ones are taken care of.
And you guys have collected this on other people? Has anyone?
I never have.
No. Like
see, that's where I become like.
well, no. Well, that's the thing. Well, that's the thing where it gets weird. Like when a spouse kills a husband or husband, like if they're taking out a life insurance policy, it's like, oh, you can get this much money. Like I would only receive money on life insurance if my mom or dad died and they had a life insurance policy and left stuff to me. Like if I die, my kids get money. You know what I mean? But if I'm not going to get anything, like if I have to be in there like will, you know? Like if your grandpa dies, you could get money. Like that's possible.
Yeah, I've never gotten anything from anything like that.
Me neither. I never got anything. Like zero.
So your will was probably easier than mine.
Yeah, mine was just straightforward. It was just my daughter. At that point, I just had one kid.
I have like 20 people in my will.
Yeah, no. See, I just did one kid. That's what
Yeah,
it
I
was.
think they said it's going to change. Like it'll change like every 4 years.
Yeah, you just keep thinking about it, and then but it is a weird thing. You should have life insurance. You know,
I'll tell you what. I'm going to leave my everything I have to one lucky listener. If they have we're playing the Ryman
Yes.
on March 11th in Nashville, Tennessee. And next night I'm in Chattanooga. And if someone comes to the Ryman with their ticket stub,
Yep.
I will pick someone at random, and they will become. I'm not going to give them everything, but I'll put them in my will.
you will be for real, legally put in the will.
Yeah.
But you have to buy tickets to even enter.
Yeah.
So that's what it is.
And by the way, May 14th at the Beacon. It's not on sale yet, I don't think. But
no, it might be on sale
I'm just
now.
saying it. In 2 weeks?
Yeah,
it might be. It might be.
I think it would be.
Listen to me. I'm playing the Beacon Theater. I've never played New York before in my life. This is the biggest show of my career for real, other than when I play with the guys, but my solo career.
Solo career.
Yeah. It's a special big to-do for me. Going to be special guests. It's going to be a special night. And it might be on sale right now.
I'm coming.
I would love you to come.
Actually, no, I can't. I'm doing Count Basie Theater in New Jersey that night.
Same night?
Yeah, damn it. Rats.
Damn. I'm going to come to yours.
All right.
Oh, it happened already.
Yeah, my Beacon happened already.
It was awesome.
Great.
It was awesome.
It was great.
Standing ovation.
Standing ovation.
Standing
Then we had a
ovation.
cash bar after party in the basement.
That's right.
Fun time.
Is that what you're doing?
Yeah. Why the hell not?
Oh, but for real?
Yeah.
Oh,
At the
you really
Beacon.
are?
Full after party at the Beacon in downstairs. They have a private room.
Oh, absolutely amazing.
How great is that?
Yeah,
Just
I don't
for
do it
friends
a
and
lot.
fam.
Yeah, I don't do that a lot. But the Garden,
Yeah.
Radio
You
City,
get a bracelet
Beacon,
on my
yeah.
list, and then
Yeah.
boom, you're in.
Okay,
Downstairs, cash bar.
I love that.
Yeah. They
So-
wouldn't let me buy it out. I said, can I just pay for the bottle? I said, we can't do that.
Everyone goes down. However many people you want.
I think there's going to be 55 people there.
Okay,
That's my list.
go down with a bracelet. You all hung out down there.
That's it. Private, just for us. Yeah, for
Music.
2 hours.
2 hours.
That's it.
Okay.
Yep.
I
I'm
like
going to
it.
try to get finger foods too.
Okay.
Why the hell not?
Let me ask you a question. If you had a choice, pigs in a blanket or potato skins loaded?
Not even. I actually don't even have to use a one of my trillions of brain neurons firing. I don't even have to use one of them to tell you immediately it's potato skins.
Oh,
Yes.
thank you.
I actually, if pigs in blanket became illegal, my life wouldn't change one iota.
We had a heated debate on the buds, on taste buds, and DeRosa took pigs in a blanket. I took potato skins. I lost. It was pretty close though, right? It was only like 4% loss, but I lost. He won with fucking cocktail weenies.
See, I would never. I don't know who was voting on that because for me, potato skins.
I was nervous when you used a big buildup, and I thought you were going to end with
potato
pigs in a
skins.
blanket.
And that's, by the way, and that's Taste Buds with Joe DeRosa and Sal Vulcano, not the Taste Buds on Discovery Plus. We're in a fight with Discovery Plus right now.
Yeah. Domino's to tip customers $3 for placing pickup orders as labor shortage continues.
Wow, that's
$3 to
interesting.
come get your pizza.
I kind of and listen, I've been there before. I was there in Atlantic City. If you're ordering Domino's, $3 makes all the difference.
Let me ask you. Let me ask you a question. Is it $3 off the bill, and this is just a marketing ploy, or are they gonna give you $3 as a tip? You know what I'm saying?
Credit.
Or they're going to give you $3 credit to order more Domino's. Yeah, in the form of a credit they can apply to future orders.
So it's basically just clever marketing.
But I have to be completely honest with you. Even though I'm a New Yorker, I love Italian food. I love pizza. Domino's hits a spot that's like it's. I would be sad if there were no more Domino's.
Yeah.
I could eat Domino's. Like I can eat Domino's.
I understand what you're saying. So did I ever tell you this story? One time I'm on the road. My lady's with me, and I don't know. We're in between days. I don't know if I had an off day or something. It was a shit town. I don't remember where. And it was rainy and everything. We're going to a movie, right?
Okay.
And so before the movie, I'm like, there was no one around. I'm like, we got to eat something. Most of the shit was closed, so we went to Domino's.
Right.
And we're gonna order the pizza, and I was just gonna bring the pizza into the movie theater.
Yeah, why not?
So we order the pizza. I walk in. I'm waiting for it. There's only 2 young teenagers working there, just 2 young scrappy dudes, right? And I say, "Can I have like a pepperoni pizza, or whatever?" And I'm watching the kid, right? And he's like, yeah. So we're standing there. I see him like put the cheese up, and he takes a pepperoni slice and he goes, and he whips it like he. Up like almost like he's throwing down like Full House. He just goes and he whips it on the thing, right? And I was like, that's an odd way to put on a pepperoni, right? And I was like, that's odd. I didn't think much of it. Get the thing 5-10 minutes later, get the pizza, pay him, whatever. And we get in the car, go to the movie theater. Oh no, maybe we're gonna eat it right before the movie. So we open up. I get Child's movie theater. I open up the thing. It's the only pepperoni on it. It was dead in the center. 1 pepperoni dead in the center. He must have been a wise guy.
Yeah, just threw one.
I was like, dude,
That's a funny bit.
He threw on 1 pepperoni. We were crying, laughing, but it's like, what an asshole. Like, I would have had to drive back 10 minutes. Like, didn't he think I would come back and be like, hello? Like, what is this?
Did you get cheesy sticks too? Did you get cheesy bread on the
I
side?
don't remember.
Yeah.
I don't remember. But 1 pepperoni. It was the one he threw.
That's really, really, really funny to throw out. And because the thing is, when you eat Domino's, too, like there's been plenty of times where I've eaten Domino's and I've said, oh my God, like this is taking years off my life. I spoke to a guy yesterday, good friend of mine. I'm going to see him tomorrow. He told me that for one entire year, he didn't eat 1 vegetable or drink 1 glass of water.
That can't be real.
He said it was real. He said, I didn't drink 1 glass of water or have 1 vegetable for 1 calendar year.
Did he do that like... Did he like knew he was doing it?
Yeah.
Or did he reflect back and go, I don't remember the last time I had a glass of water?
No. He said I made a bet with myself and my friends when I was like 25 years old. He said it was like he would drink 2-liter bottle of soda almost every day. He would drink iced tea, Powerade, Gatorades, things like that, but not 1 sip of water, like a cup of water. He's like, I got water when I brush my teeth, or water in food, or got water in my mouth in a shower, but I didn't drink 1 glass of water, have 1 vegetable for 1 year.
And what was the result of that?
295 pounds.
No.
Yeah, now he weighs 210.
Wow.
Yeah, 295.
What a dumb bet.
He was like, I was an idiot because I was complaining to him yesterday, just because I was like been drinking and I just feel awful about myself and my body. I'm like, I feel like I've been so disgusting. I said, I don't think I've had a vegetable in a week. I said, I've just been off the rails, been eating desserts and sweets and disgusting. And he was like, a week? It's not, you'll be back in a week. I was like, no, dude, not at 37. He goes, do you know one time I didn't eat a vegetable or drink one glass of water for a year? So I picked up the phone. I called him immediately. I said, explain.
Wow.
Yeah. And he said he would eat Domino's, Pizza Hut, Papa John's. That was huge for him. He's like, I would eat that all the time. He said, by 5-6 months, like I felt like it became a thing where I was like, I'm gonna die. Like I'm just gonna kill myself.
What is the
he said
point?
it changed his brain chemistry. Like he got like insanely depressed. Like he went almost like suicidal towards like the last 6 months of it. But he stuck it out. He committed to
and
the
he
bet.
won that bet with his friends.
I said you should have killed yourself on New Year's Eve. As the ball drop, do you think anyone ever did that? Blew their head off on the countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, and then just blew it off.
I bet you it's every single year. I've never thought of it before.
Right.
But now that you're saying that, there's 8 billion people. You don't think someone
kill
does
themselves during the countdown for the New Year's Eve ball drop? How many people just blow their brains out? January 1st is the deadliest day of the year? What? How?
What?
That's interesting. That's very interesting. Well, you know, the country with the most suicides is Norway, which is, you know, that's where Frozen was made. You think it's a happy Disney movie. They're not. They're killing themselves left and right.
Why?
Elsa killed herself.
Why?
Because of the darkness, the 6 months of darkness they get.
So why do they stay?
I don't think they have anywhere to go. It's not, listen, it's expensive to leave Norway. Not many flights go there.
The first day of the year averages 135 deaths, second only to July 4th with 141 deaths. Unfortunately, January 1st is also the most deadly day for pedestrian deaths as well, according to this. I don't know.
Speaking of pedestrians, our good friend of the show, Ryan Hamilton, well wishes to you. Did you hear he got hit by a box truck?
What?
Ryan Hamilton got hit by a box truck.
What are you talking about?
Google Ryan Hamilton's Instagram. Ryan Hamilton, by the way, one of the greatest comedians. Huge.
When did this happen?
I go to his Instagram or something like that. Yeah.
Is he okay?
Show after getting. Yeah.
Is he okay?
He's not. I don't think so. To be honest,
When
he's
did
conscious. See, look.
Whoa.
I had to use and then read the thing. Sorry, I have to say. Move some upcoming shows as I was in an accident. I was hit as a pedestrian in a crosswalk by a shuttle bus. I have a compound fracture. Arm that required, you know, a compound fracture means
It's clean break, right?
it broke through his skin too, like his clean break, and it was coming through his skin.
Okay.
I'm not
can't read
able
it.
to fly until cleared by my doctor.
Collapsed lung you
Yes,
skipped.
collapse. Seven broken ribs and a punctured collapsed lung. He can't fly. So his shows are being postponed. But yeah, Ryan Hamilton. I mean, it's like it's an insane thing. Like you never know. He could have easily been killed. Got hit by a shuttle bus
In New York City.
I would imagine. Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm so grateful for I didn't even know about this. I feel terrible. Wow.
Yeah, he had to cancel all his big shows. But
I understand. Sorry to my grateful to my fans. I know you may be disappointed.
I mean,
Can you imagine?
Imagine somebody's like, oh, you can't do the shows, Ryan? Really?
Yeah.
It's not like you got hit by a bolt bus.
Oh, so well wishes to Ryan.
Ryan.
Oh man.
Sam. Let me know if you need anything, Ryan. If you listen to the podcast, and we know that you are.
Yes, absolutely.
We'll bring you some soup. I'll bring you Domino's. I saw a kid get hit by a car. Survived though, but I saw him get fucking shellacked by a car.
Really?
Yeah, I was in grade school.
And what happened? Was it a young kid?
Yeah, got like thrown over the car. Like car hit him, and then his body rolled over, and then he hit the ground and got up and limped off, and then sat. I don't know if he had a head injury and then collapsed later, but he was.
Wow.
Yeah,
I was hit by a car.
You know hit by a car. Oh yeah, that's right.
You know that. I was 4 playing frisbee with my dad.
Right.
Station wagon came into a parking lot that was empty, other than me, and hit me. I talked about it on this podcast. I had to have.
Did you?
Yeah, I think I did, man.
Maybe early on. But what happened again? Did you get head trauma?
No.
Just got blasted.
I woke up, I was knocked out, and I woke up with my dad in my dad's arms. He's running. Went to the hospital. I don't really remember much.
Wow.
Yeah. I remember it happened when I was I was young. It happened when I was
4.
Yeah. 5, 4, whatever it was.
Right.
Yeah, and I remember I don't know what kind of lawsuit this is, but I think I won $5,000 in a
Who
lawsuit.
got it, you pops?
5 or 10. No, it was in a thing I couldn't touch till I was 18.
Did you touch it?
Yeah, I touched it when I was 18. It was like 14,000, 13,000.
Wow, so that's
with
nice.
interest.
And what'd you do with it?
Yeah, 14. I don't really remember. I didn't blow it. Like
Right.
I was saving it for a while. Like I was like, but then I think I just like added to it as I got older and saved money.
That's like I have a family member. Her dad died. And he had gave not trust, like whatever, left money in a will. Immediately got the money, bought new tits. Immediately, just used it all on boobs. Like immediately, she was like 21 years old, something like that.
Right.
And, my family was like, "What are you doing?"
Wow.
Just got, immediate tits.
If you were a female and you didn't like your breasts, would you get them? Would you get new tits?
Well, I'm a male. I don't like my tits.
Right.
And truthfully, even as a male, there's breast augmentation surgery I can get for my like weirdly shaped pecs, but I don't want to. No, I've as much as I have body image issues and don't like what I see all the time, I would never even consider plastic surgery only for aesthetic reasons. I would get it if I needed it to save my life,
right.
but I would never. I wouldn't. I'm just like, I'll just I don't want to do that.
Right.
I'm like because my thing is, even if it makes my body look better, it might throw off some type of like balance, homeostasis in my body that I don't like. My Jasmine has fake boobs. She hates them. She's like, I want to get them out. She's like, I feel like I did something to my body and my chest and my heart and I want them out.
Wow.
It's depressing. She's like, and a lot of women say that, like they go with them for 5-10 years. Like, I want them out. I don't want them in my body anymore. It's not worth how it made me look and feel.
So what is the process there?
I think you just take them out. Like, I think you have to get another surgery to open up your chest and then they get removed.
But do you have your original boob?
Yeah, I guess you go
Or
back.
has it been compromised by the shape?
I'm sure but I think they have to probably do some kind of lift maybe.
Okay.
And maybe they take fat from your butt or something like that and put in your boobs.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe they take foie gras fat.
Yeah, maybe they do.
That's what they do. What? No.
No.
An hour already?
We're at 50 right now.
Wow. That one flew by.
Yeah, that one flew by.
You know what else is flying by? The NFL season.
Yeah,
Tom Brady.
yeah.
He won the Super Bowl.
Unbelievable.
$10
I got to give it up to him. His seventh championship at the age of 45.
In the home city.
Which has never happened.
Tampa.
Yeah.
It never happened ever. And then I'd be remiss if I didn't mention Patrick Mahomes, Kansas City Chiefs.
They got a good ball club.
Good ball club.
Yeah.
And then this year, the Los Angeles Rams are in the Super Bowl. They're playing in their home city against the Cincinnati Bengals.
Yeah.
Yes.
You got Matt Stafford there and Joe Burrows.
Joe Burrows, who looks like homeless pimp. Joe Burrow wears purple glasses like the homeless pimp.
He was talking after the game yesterday, and I was looking at him. He's very young, right?
He looks like what a quarterback, like a Disney quarterback.
He does, but he doesn't even have like scruff.
No, because he's
it was like baby face.
he hasn't hit puberty yet.
That's wild.
Yep. And by the way, Nick Cannon. Did we say Nick Cannon is eighth kid? We talked about that already.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So oh, by the way, real quick, a couple of weeks ago, Pimp was there with me. I got annihilated at Gotham Comedy Club, although I'm not drinking August 26th, at Gotham Comedy Club for Pete Alonso's charity. Pete Alonso is a baseball player for the New York Mets, probably the best player in the team. I mean, smash Craig Carton from the radio.
Boomer Carton.
Boomer and Carton were there. I mean, really, really, really fun time. Then I went on the corner of Gotham Comedy Club to Detroit Pizza, Lions, Tigers, and Squares.
I know it. That's the 4-slice pie.
It was one of the
What'd you
best
get?
nights of my life. Vodka and a pepperoni. And
Okay.
I told Homeless Pimp that it's because Jasmine wanted one, but she did, and I ate both of them.
You ate 2 Detroit pizzas?
Yeah.
It's good pizza.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? But I'm abusing myself a little bit now.
Wow.
It becomes abuse.
And you
After a
got
while.
were you drunk on stage? You did it.
Was I drunk on stage, Pimp?
We were a little bit lit up. I bought a few rounds. Remember we had a few rounds?
We had a few rounds
Wait,
before.
You were performing and nobody else?
No, I was one of 4 comics.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, there was one guy who went on, I forgot what his name was, but he was supposed to do 10 minutes. He did about 4 minutes, was bombing, and just said goodnight in the middle of a joke.
No way.
I was on the floor laughing.
Wait, you didn't know
And
the
then
other
Pete
comics?
Alonso went on and did comedy.
No, he didn't.
Swear to God. He sat on a stool and started telling stories about baseball and about God and stuff like that, and then just got off. Just said, let's go Mets, and got off. Adrian Iapolucci went on and was doing some of the funniest shit I've ever
She's
seen.
great.
She ended her set with saying, I'm a Yankees fan, and got booed off stage and was dying laughing. The comic, she was, in my opinion, the set of the night.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Somebody heckled her and she pointed her fingers and said, I wish this was a gun.
Yeah.
No.
Adrian Iapolucci. If you guys don't know Adrian Iapolucci, look her up. Her comedy stand-up is, I think, personally, one of the best joke writers
It's
in the whole
dark.
city.
It's great. She's great. She was on the cruise with us. Actually,
She was. Yeah.
She just, I just took a long ride with her when we got snowed in Cleveland. We drove to Detroit overnight so we wouldn't get snowed in there. And I rented a car, and it was me, Vitor, Ari, and Adrian.
Did you bring her to open for you?
She was with Ari. I was there with Vita. She was there with Ari.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
And we
okay.
both didn't want to get stoned in. My buddy Chris Johnson. And so, you know Chris Johnson, of
Yeah,
course.
Chris Johnson.
And then
Shout
we
out
just
Chris
drove. But we had I think it was like a 5-hour car ride in a snowstorm. And it
Like
was
through an active snowstorm.
through the entire time. Like we didn't go above 37 miles an
I was
hour.
gonna say-
We saw cars sliding off the road.
Well, you
we
just did
slid.
it.
We hydroplaned a few times. No, we just did it. We just went real slow and we did it because it was a blizzard in Cleveland and we didn't want to get snowed in. We wanted to get home the next day.
Did it turn out to be a good move? If you would have stayed in Cleveland, you would have knocked
So
on the flight?
every single flight got canceled except for mine and Ari's.
Really?
Yeah.
In Detroit,
In
even.
no, in Cleveland.
So if you would have just stayed in Cleveland, your flight would have.
When I'm telling you, I'm not exaggerating. 100% of the flights, besides our 2 flights, did not get canceled. Like I got postponed a little.
That must be funny though. Like
We laughed. We said, you know what? The 5-hour, we were crying laughing in the 5-hour
Yeah.
car ride.
How about this? I was on a JetBlue flight from LA to New York. Okay, I was in a JetBlue flight. The plane was so off balance because there were so few people in there that people who were sitting like in row 47 got to sit in Mint just for the balance of the flight. And they said, you know, the pilot said, we're really supposed to ask you to go back to your seat after that because it's Mint. They said, but you guys can stay in those seats.
Wow.
How crazy is that? I've never in my life seen that.
What, did you get to go?
Yeah, I was in Mint.
Okay.
Yeah. Mint, by the way, if you're going to fly first class opportunity from LA to New York or New York to LA, I don't care if other airlines even want to sue me. I'll say passionately, number one, I'll say, because I'm just feeling this way, I'll say that embalming fluid does not necessarily mean that your body won't decompose. I'm just going to say
It's a crime.
Sue me. Second, fly JetBlue Mint. I know there's other airlines that have better this or that. JetBlue Mint is the best first class experience
They know what they're doing.
ever.
Yeah.
The best food, the best options, the most comfortable seats, the best flight attendants, the best everything. Clearing away, JetBlue Mint is the absolute way to go.
I agree. And JetBlue, if you're watching, and we know that you are, we fly you frequently. I'm a Mosaic member, my friend. I am
Same
Mosaic, yeah.
schools.
And I really like it. They give you a real menu, real utensils. You could choose the food if you want.
Yes.
It's by the way, the reason I ended up doing it is because I never used to fly first class. Then when they came out, it was
Same.
half the price. It was more affordable than every other first class.
Yeah, no. Oh,
And I was like, wait, that's a first class seat? And they're
No,
like,
no.
yeah. I'm like, that is less than half the price
No,
of the
that's the only reason I do it too. JetBlue Mint from LA to New York was $980, and I bought it because the Delta Comfort was $1,100 from LA to New York. So I was
Right.
like, I'll just spend $200 less and fly first class.
Right.
Why the hell not?
Exactly.
I mean, even $980, some people are like, that's too much for a
It
flight.
is too much more, but when it first
But-
came out, it was $500-$600.
Really?
Swear.
Well, I mean, listen, $500-$600 and $980 is not too big. I mean, $300 is.
But it's double.
It is
I mean,
double.
$600 for a first class round trip.
Yeah. I didn't fly first class on the way out there. I just did it on the way back.
The seats have massage function.
They were the best.
There are tons of outlets.
Yeah.
You get the full bottles of water. There's storage.
I'm also
the
done
screens
with the
are that big. It's free Wi-Fi.
free Wi-Fi. I used to be
Delta does a nice one too, but
Yeah, first class is first class, whatever. But the JetBlue Mint, I mean, it's mint.
It is mint.
And I used to be a big guy flying on the red eye. I used to love the red eye, but then I realized I'm so exhausted the next day. I'm done with that. Now I go. I'll sacrifice the day. I'll leave LA at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, and land in New York at 10, 11.
Yeah.
Just because. Literally, my next day is I can't function.
because you can't come back. You come back early, but then you can't do anything.
No.
Yeah.
And you don't really sleep. It's 6 hours to get from New York to LA, 4 hours to get from LA to New York.
Yeah.
You're flying.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I can't do it.
I know. And then by the time you get home, you're done. Dunsky.
Done.
Yeah, I agree.
You know what else is done? This podcast.
That's right.
Just spin, hey, babe.
Spin, hey, babe.
Don't be a fake, don't be a flake, don't run away from your feelings, babe.